So our main tagline is capturing personalities. So you find a lot of people will have a LinkedIn image done, for example, where it's almost like it's either a selfie or it's somebody has just shot, a friend has just shot an image for them. That's what we want to try and portray. So it's capturing your personality. So it doesn't matter how long the photo shoot is. We could take 15 minutes. We could take an hour. We could do a multiple change of clothing. I can adjust the makeup accordingly as well. I think it's because of the personable experience that they will get with us. We don't see ourselves as we're up there, you know, we're better than anybody else, that kind of thing. What we do is we are on a level with that person. We've had many instances where people have had an image taken from 10 years ago and they know that they need to update their profile image. And what we try and do initially is like I've said, we try and find out exactly who they are, the person, the brand that they are wanting to promote. And that's where we...
This time, she's really a good friend of mine. And her name is Mandy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? Thank you for having me on your Monday Talks at last.
Really? Yeah. See, I was after you for like months. So
I know. I'm sorry.
Probably it's like just like we said when we started this call. It's for VIPs.
Yes.
And you are a VIP person.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, indeed. So why don't we start by introducing yourself to the audience?
Okay, well, hello everybody, and welcome to Danielle's Monday Talks. My name is Mandy, and I am co-founder of a company called Pixel Roses. I come from a background in the UK of IP, which is intellectual property. So I come from a background of patents and trademarks, copyrights, etc. And I did that for about 15 years before coming to Dubai just over 6 years ago. And when I moved here, I had no interest in carrying on with that. It was just such a mundane kind of lifestyle. It was very stressful, I must say. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. So when I was looking for work, when I first moved here, because I came over with Alan, all that was on my CV that they were looking at, though I do have a history, of course, was the IP. And so I was trying to get recruited into roles for IP, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. And to be honest, the pay wasn't what I was getting in the UK. So I thought, no. Alan said, just take a bit of hiatus, have a break, and the next thing, we went for a photo shoot in the UK. Now, I'm from a modeling background. Alan said that he wanted me to be his model for this photo shoot. And being there and having somebody do my hair and makeup for me while I'm at this photo shoot just really inspired me to create our own business, which became Pixel Roses. The pixel because of the camera and all the pixels that are involved, and then the roses because everybody we shoot is a rose. They might have thorns, they might not have thorns. It doesn't matter. Everybody's a rose. So I said to Alan, why don't we combine our resources, so to speak, him with the camera, which he's been teaching me a little bit of as well. And I retrained as a certified makeup artist here in Dubai. So I went to the London College of Makeup and I trained as a makeup artist. So anybody who comes for a photo shoot can actually get a package where I can do the makeup for them for the photo shoot. And it's actually such a relaxing experience. It's almost like a bit of a spa for an hour before they go to the studio for the photo shoot. And I absolutely love seeing the expressions and emotions on the ladies' faces, you know, when they see the final edit.
This is what I'm looking for. It's like you give them a lifetime experience. It's like, if we may say so, but let's say she's coming out stressed from business and full kids and groceries and all that stuff. Now, yeah, I want to have a photo shoot. I try to put something on my face and let's do it because I need it for my business, for my event, for whatever. But what you do is like you change completely their moods and you engage with them and you show those expressions. It shows like they're so authentic in the picture. How do you do that?
It took a while for me to learn how to do that. I've always been a bit of an empathetic. I'm an empath, so I always feel for people. I try and make an emotional connection with people. And during our makeup sessions, when I'm applying the makeup, I chat to them and they open up. And it's people connecting with people. You know, whatever is said between them and me stays that way. It's between them and me. But it is literally like a spa session. So we've had plenty of clients who've come in for a photo session and have opted for the makeup package. And they just have no idea what they want, how they want to look. And I look at them and I assess. And by the end of the hour that I've done the makeup and I hand the mirror to them to have a look, it's just like, wow, I can't believe that that's me. And then when they see the final photo, having this luxury photo shoot being taken with this luxury makeup done, this glamorous makeup, we've had ladies who've actually cried.
Oh,
you know, when they see the final result and they're like, I never thought that I could look like that. And to me, it's very special. So following on that, this has made me realize that there's a lot of yummy mummies, shall we say, out there, ladies who are continuously looking after the children, looking after their husbands, looking after the households. You might have a nanny or not. You know, it doesn't matter. You still have to look after the whole package. How many times do you take time out just to pamper yourself, to have a glamorous photo shoot? So this is one of the branches of our business that we're trying to evolve, is that everybody deserves just to have some downtime and just a pamper day. You know, whether it be your husband who doesn't know what to do about an upcoming birthday or a gift for his wife, for example. You know, what can I do? We can do a glamour day for them and make them feel absolutely gorgeous. And they can have a piece of wall art to put on their wall and say, that was me. And that was an amazing photo shoot. Had the makeup done and it was just an amazing experience. So that's what I'm able to do.
Wow. It's like you're touching hearts with what you do.
Yeah.
It's like, should we say the same emotion, or let's say kind of same emotion for a lady to go to the grooming and making up her hair? Just the same feeling as to go and get a photo shoot?
Well, this is it. There's a lot of ladies here who do go to the salon. They have their nails and hair done. But what we're trying to do is to capture that in an image, so that lasts a day or two, whatever the case is. You know that you're going to a brunch or an event. You have your hair and makeup done, you have your nails done, then you go to the event. The next day, it's all off, and you just carry on with your life as normal. This is something that we want. It's preserving that special moment. You know that you're going to remember that day because you were made to feel, number one, you were made to feel special, and you can see it in an image and you can preserve it It's an emotional connection. And that's what we just love to do. I love to see the ladies' expressions when they actually see the kind of makeup that can be applied and the way, how gorgeous it makes them look.
Mm-hmm.
And we do men as well. So, Daniel.
Makeup. Yeah, I believe men with hair can be accepted, but without hair, it's like big area to play with the makeup.
Yeah, but can you imagine the creativity that we could do on that area?
Okay, what is you playing or let's say the tagline of your business is branding you. I mean, your customer. So, could you share with us the significance behind this phrase and how you help executives and coaches build that trust in their personal brand through photography and makeup?
So our main tagline is capturing personalities. So you find a lot of people will have a LinkedIn image done, for example, where it's almost like it's either a selfie or it's somebody has just shot, a friend has just shot an image for them, you know, with a white wall behind them. What we do in our studio is there's no rush. We have fun, which is the ice is broken with the makeup side of things, because I tend to, like I said, it's like a spa session. And by the time you go to the studio, you're relaxed, you're calm, we're laughing, we have music playing, and you're ready to go. And then because of the modeling background, I'm able to help both men and women in poses. But what we do is we make some really corny jokes as well. So we get people to laugh. And that's the connection. So we want you to laugh in an image, and we want people to be able to because within 7 seconds, people are making an assessment on that image that they see on your LinkedIn profile. And they go, well, I don't know, that they look a little bit too serious for me. I don't know if I want to connect with it. But when you've got somebody who's having a laugh, it looks like they're having fun, that's who you want to connect with, because people buy and people connect with people. And that's what we want to try and portray. So it's capturing your personality. So it doesn't matter how long the photo shoot is. We could take 15 minutes. We could take an hour. We could do a multiple change of clothing. I can adjust the makeup accordingly as well. And
that could be annoying for men. That could be annoying for men.
Really. No, not really, because men can actually come with a variety of shirts, jackets, ties, you know, waistcoats, that kind of thing. So for them, it can also be an experience.
Okay. Story time.
Oh, okay.
In your extensive portfolio, you work with many amazing people. And could you share a memorable success story where your photography or makeup services had a significant impact on someone's really personal brand or touched their deep there in their heart?
So I'm involved in quite a few networking groups. And obviously in the networking, you expose people what you do. And we've made a lot of connections through these networks. And we've had a number of people. In fact, we had a gentleman last week who had just had his LinkedIn profile taken a few weeks prior to that. And we had been in touch with him about a year or so ago, probably through one of the networking. And he contacted us and he told us about this photo shoot that he had. And he said there was just something about the image he wasn't too happy about. So he came to us, we sat down, and this is what we normally do. We have sat down, we had a chat with him and asked him what he was actually looking for. And it was basically what our tagline is, and it's capturing personalities. He said, I don't want to look flat on the camera. I want to look approachable. I want people to look at it and say, okay, yeah, I want to work with this guy. So we did a photo shoot with him, and he was blown away. He really was. He was just like, well, this is me. This is what I wanted. It wasn't all the smoothing of the face, so it didn't even look like him. And that's what we want to do, is we want to capture the essence of you. So it's personal branding is what we do, but it's luxurious personal branding. For ladies, we actually had a lady who does triathlons. She came into us a while ago, and she'd never had, or she had had a really bad experience at a previous photo studio. So she was a little bit, I don't know about this. Again, the whole process, we made her feel totally relaxed, got the music going, had a cup of coffee, went up to the studio, and she's one of those ladies who looked at the image, because we printed her an image after the session and gave it to her. And she was one of those that was like in tears, and she was saying, you know what, I never knew that it would be such an amazing experience, so much fun, and then I can have a product like this afterwards. So she uses that image on her LinkedIn. She uses the other images on her socials and things like that. And those are the key instances that we want to try and capture every time when somebody comes into our studio.
So if someone is like hesitant about, or let's say they need to have these photos, okay, why should they go to Pixel Roses, not anyone else?
I think it's because of the personable experience that they will get with us. We don't see ourselves as we're up there, we're better than anybody else, that kind of thing. What we do is we are on a level with that person. We've had many instances where people have had an image taken from 10 years ago, and they know that they need to update their profile image. And what we try and do initially is like I've said, we try and find out exactly who they are, the person, the brand that they are wanting to promote. And that's where we bring out their personality. We bring out who they actually are. So we have a sit down and we just talk and we discuss things over. And then we show them some of the images that we've actually done. And then they go, okay. Sometimes what we'll do is we'll do like a test shoot. Say, okay, you're not sure. Here's some images, or we'll do a test shoot of them and then show them the image. Sorry, that's the doorbell going. Show them the image, and then they go, okay, let's go for it. So to see that final image, even if it is just a test, is just awesome. Yeah, that kind of seals it for them.
Okay, here's let's say a question. So building such a business from ground up is no easy. Throughout this entrepreneur's journey, what were some of those most rewarding moments, and how do you handle and overcome moments of self-doubt or setbacks? How you keep feeling that positive energy?
Would you mind if I just pause you for a moment, or could you pause the recording? Alan's not getting the door. So the question was the most rewarding?
Yes. What was the most rewarding, and also, how did you handle and overcome moments of self-doubt or setbacks?
Oh gosh. I'm going to reply to that question first. There are many times as an entrepreneur and a new startup and a very small business, there are many times within our journey that we actually do have some self-doubt. Are we doing the right thing? is this what we should be doing? Because as a lot of people will know, in Dubai, you throw a stone and you're going to hit a photographer. You throw a stone, you're going to hit a makeup artist. So for us, it is trying to find out, are we doing the right thing? Because there are so many other people and with different prices, it's pretty competitive out there.
How do you come up out of it?
What helps us come out of those situations is knowing that what we're providing is quality, and seeing the reaction on people's faces when they see their final image makes it worthwhile for us. We might not be inundated with work at the moment, but you know what, we're positive. We're going to look forward and go, yes, we are going to be inundated with calls for a photo shoot, whether it be just a profile photo shoot or a creative photo shoot as well, because that's the other thing that we do.
Tell us about it.
The creative stuff is, so Alan and I both love working in Photoshop, and we both have artistic and creative minds, and we can come up with some awesome ideas. For example, I love Lego, and I've actually built the Millennium Falcon, which is a huge piece of work. But what we did was we thought, how can we elevate this? And what we did was we superimposed Alan and I into the cockpit of this Lego Millennium Falcon, and then put us in a galaxy somewhere far, far away. So we were in a Millennium Falcon flying around the sky and with the Earth in the background, that kind of thing. But the way that started was we were wondering about Christmas photo shoots last year, actually. And we saw that there's a lot of people who are advertising for a Christmas shoot, and they've got a plastic tree with some boxes that are wrapped in Christmas decorations and that. And we thought we can actually elevate this experience using Photoshop and compositing. So I've actually got a friend who struggles with that word, and she calls it composting, which is not the word. Compositing, and it's just creating different layers of images to create a final image. And case in point, we had a family come for a Christmas photo shoot. They didn't know what to expect because we've got no images on a green screen or even the black screen. So they didn't know. They saw the image and knew that they would be put into that, but it was trying to get them to pose and have fun, like they are in a snowy Finland kind of thing, or the Arctic, or whatever the case is, with a snowman, or you've got Santa's grotto and things like that. The kids had an absolute ball. And when they saw the image, the first thing that she did was she put it up on her wall. It's not Christmas now, but she's still got it on her wall, and that is the deciding factor for us. That makes us, the self-doubt is there, but that makes the self-doubt disappear, because we know that what we're doing is unique. People, not a lot of photographers will actually do this kind of work. I think we are maybe one of the only photographers that actually do a lot of compositing. So we do things like, if you like the Jurassic era, we can have you running away from a dinosaur, or you've got a ballerina in a jar who looks like a fairy, things like this. This is all artistic stuff that comes out. That's what we love. So that's what reinforces what we do. We love it, and people love seeing the final image of whatever it is that they've decided to choose. Whether it's your normal photo.
Yeah, you're taking us to different dimensions. I mean, you're touching people's heart and emotions and what they love being kids in Legoland or in the space or in
memories.
Yeah, right. It's like you're living your dreams.
Yeah.
You are part of this screen. You keep in mind. So going back to the most rewarding moments, we did not cover that because it's important. I would love to see what happened to people that really been through this experience.
Oh, I wish I could show you. You know what? That's something that we can't capture. To us, it's the emotional connection. I keep going back to that. It's a memory that can be preserved in an image. The most rewarding is always for us knowing that people have been happy with the photo shoot. If they choose the makeup, they're happy with the makeup as well. And then they refer us to somebody else and say, you have to have a shoot done by these guys. It's just a small team. It's a husband and wife team. And this is what they do. And that's what's rewarding to us. It's the feedback that we get. I mean, our Google reviews are 5 stars. And yes, people might be nice or whatever. But honestly, there's people who have reviewed for us and have just said that between Alan and I, the experience that they have is rewarding to them. So that's what's rewarding to us, is knowing that we've impacted on their lives in such a way that they just want to keep doing it. And they refer us to their friends and family.
Okay, how do you control your own positivity? It's like when you are just coming out of a challenge or a daily routine and all that stuff. How do you make yourself positive in a way to charge the people's emotion with the same positivity?
That's a good question. I think in myself, I've always been a positive person. There are trials and tribulations that we go through in life. And it depends on your own personality, maybe, or it's how you overcome those challenges, trials and tribulations, which makes you the person that you are. So because of the trials and tribulations and challenges that I have had in my life, I know that me being down and upset or depressed or whatever isn't going to help somebody else if they come for a photo shoot with us and they can't see the positivity in me. Why should they be positive? So for me, I love what I do. I love knowing that what they're going to get at the end of the session with us is a memorable image and they are just going to have fun. To me, that's the positivity. It's being positive. I laugh with our clients. Alan and I are in the studio together and we're just having fun with our clients. I mean, we get people who, I know you've had Catalina here on your Monday Talks, and she does the Colombian imports of foods, And we got her juggling with avocados and her passion fruits and things like that. And it was that was what we captured with her. It was just fun. And it's the positivity, I think, that both Alan and I bring to it. And even after a shoot, we could sit down and go, what could we have done better? That was good, but what would make it better? And you know what? There are so many times when we say it was perfect. We got the images that we wanted. The client was beaming and smiling and laughing and having fun. What could be better than that? And then we know that they're going to refer us to their friends, or somebody asks them, where did you get this photo taken? And we know that the client is so happy to say, go to Pixel Roses. It's just Mandy and Alan. The two of them made me feel special. But it was the emotional connection.
Most of the talk were about Pixel Roses, Mandy and Alan. let's take you away all away from all this.
But
What
that's
we
us.
spoke about. Okay, I want to spotlight on Monday.
Okay.
And apart from being photography and makeup and whatever that is and everything, what are some of your personality or interests that people might be surprised to know about Wendy?
I am an adrenaline junkie.
Oh, yes, I know that.
You know that. So I'm waiting for you to bring that up, but I know that you probably won't.
Because you're a step ahead of me.
So I grew up in South Africa, and I really got into fitness in the 80s. So I became an aerobics instructor. And then I moved into circuit training. And from there, I just kept wanting something that was going to challenge me more and more. And I think that still happens now. However many years down the line it is, I'm not going to say. I love the challenge of pushing myself beyond what I think I can do. So from the circuit training, I became a bodybuilder. So I started lightly with the weight training, just lifting weights and that kind of thing. And I got so hooked into it that I started training to be a bodybuilder. So I was at the gym every day, 7 days a week, for at least 3 hours a day. And I absolutely loved it. So
what's your next?
Oh, what's the next? Okay.
Skydiving. What could be next?
Well, there's a question. I know that there's that ride, that roller coaster ride as well through the mountains is it Rasselkheimer? I would love to do that because you're just sitting out in the open on this railway track going through the mountains. I wouldn't mind doing another skydive, though I think Alan will put the brakes on that one because he's done 2 already and he doesn't want to do another one.
Have you tried the zip line in Brussels?
I haven't tried that. So I did the zip line in Jebel Jais.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Of course.
Oh, well done you. You see, now the next step is getting into a plane and going up in the sky, jumping out.
That's it. That's it. I know this is my next step, but then what? This won't be the extreme. It's like, I know, it's going to be to changing my life. I don't know. It might change. It might not change others' lives. But for me, it won't be a life changing.
Yeah. You just feel so free. To be honest, the next step for me would be trying bungee jumping off a bridge. I've never done that. I've done the one where they pull you down to the ground and then let you go and you shoot up into the air. I've done that, but not the one from a bridge, jumping off a bridge. So that might be the next step.
Last thing to say, because time is running out. And I would love you to say, or take the mic and talk to your audience, my audience, and tell them why they should get into contact with you, or you have the mic and you have my audience. What would you like to say?
Thank you. If I would say, I'm going to target the ladies out there who might be feeling that they aren't as worthful or as worth as much as they could be. You're all worth it. Everybody is worth something. I want you to know that you can feel special. It doesn't just have to be for a brunch or an evening event or whatever the case is. I want you to know that we want to celebrate the woman in you. We want, like I've said at the beginning, the yummy mummies out there. It doesn't even have to be yummy mummies. 40s and over. You think, oh, I don't know. I don't look good. I don't feel good. Let me sort that out for you. Come in for a glamour makeup shoot, glamour dresses, because we can, we're collaborating with the stylist as well. If you don't have your own ball gowns, for example, we can organize that. And then come into the studio, we can do some really moody stuff with you. And you can take away images that you are going to be able to put on your wall and go, people will come into your place and go, wow, was that me? Or who was that? And you can say, that was me. I had the most amazing photo shoot. They made me feel special. They made me feel that I am worth who I am. It's worth it to be looking after my children, looking after the house, looking after my husband, making sure that things are running smoothly. You are worth it. So I would love to have you, just even if it's just to do a glamour makeup, you know, make you look the gorgeous person that you are inside and bring that out to the outside and let everybody see exactly how gorgeous you are and can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, what could be a lovely ending more than that? It's amazing to have you, Mandy, with us, and I enjoyed it to the last moment. I can still even the 30 minutes and I beyond that. Thank you.
You Daniel.
Thank you for being a lovely, really such a lovely person in my talk show. And
no, thank you. Thank you for your Monday talks. It's amazing. I've been watching so many of your videos. It's really inspiring, and I just wish you continued success.
I really appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here, and keep tuning in for more. And don't forget, like, watching the whole thing is different, and you can see and learn from each other. Bye for now. Thank you, Mandy.
Bye, everyone.